Have you ever noticed that Earth appears to be dripping? Like almost every glob of land tapers off in the same direction, like all of it's melting and running down south, cool at the bottom. Well, a lot of people have. It's called.
This country declared war on the United States just to impress Germany in World War II. So, after Pearl Harbor, Germany declared war on the US, Hungary followed along and declared war too. And interestingly, Hungary had absolutely no reason to fight with America. They just did it to look cool in front of Germany. The US didn't even notice at first. But by 1944, Americans were raining bombs on Hungarian cities. So don't just declare war to look cool, folks. This country declared war on the United States just to impress Germany in World War II. So,
Hello. Yes, I'm back to my old channel also. My old because I had two strikes and I don't want a third strike to just get my channel terminated. Crap. Coming time. I am bored.
so after Pearl So after Pearl Harbor,
I'm coughing like I'm gonna die soon. Bro, I cannot destroy a actual Android virtual system that is Android 7.
This is my dumb phone. Sure, it looks like a brick and it's kind of ugly, but it's got a touchscreen and I can play Geometry Dash. Let's go. This is my dumb phone. Sure, it looks.
Ela tá cheia de tesão, eu vou te fuder.
So another WWDC is behind us, which means we got a whole bunch of beta software to take a look at. But today we're specifically going to be focusing on macOS 26 Tahoe.
Wow.
Still going to take some getting used to, because it was officially confirmed by Apple that this is going to be the last release of macOS to support Intel Macs, which, let's be honest, isn't a surprise to anybody. I mean, we all knew where this was going the moment Apple put their own processors in their computers. There's only a handful of Intel Macs that Tahoe can officially run on, and this one right here
Lol.
certainly So here's a fun fact for you. The original iPhone from 2007 technically wasn't Apple's first phone, because 2 years prior to its release, Steve Jobs got up on stage at an Apple special event to unveil this piece of junk. They called it the iTunes phone, and at first, I mean, it sounded pretty cool. It was a phone that had an iTunes player built in. What's not to love, right? Well, if you spent more than a couple minutes with this thing, you'd quickly realize that it's a pretty lackluster product that certainly wasn't the revolutionary Apple phone that people have been writing rumors about as far back as 2000. And when that phone was finally unveiled in 2007, the iTunes phone was quickly swept under the rug and forgotten about. So today we're going to be unboxing one of these things to see if we can figure out why it even...
Old 4-inch plushes in the mail, and on TikTok this user has showed us what they got in the mail. This is the around $120 collector's edition, a signed card from Quell, and all 8 of the available tunes. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So here are all 8 of the tunes that are made available. And as soon as I look at this, I'm like, oh wow, is Sprout orange? Like, what is going on? Anyway, let's look at these closer. Okay, so here's Pebble, and we'll compare that to the advertised look of Pebble. There is some similarities, yes. It looks a bit more deflated and less sturdy than what is advertised. And here are all of the 8 tunes. And here is Sprout close up. I don't know why he's orange. I don't think the uploader actually messed with any of the contrast or the color of the photo. I genuinely believe he got an orange Sprout. So that is very weird. Maybe it's just a fluke and he's the only one that got an orange Sprout. And here we have Astro and Boxton. So this was a person on TikTok who showcased their official Dandy's World merch. And there's another person on Reddit who also is showing off official Dandy's World merch. Here we have Shelly, and they've pointed out something as well. They said, for Shelly, very chubby, her dress looks like it's very small for her. The inner dress of hers is the exact same color tone. It's supposed to be a mid-tone brown color. So here we have Dandy, and this Reddit user said they gave him an exposed neck on his face. And if we look a bit closer, it does seem like Dandy has an edges.
I am the Glog Glog Gagalap.
Why is Minecraft so slow on my computer? Why is Minecraft...
Thousands of cheap laptops available to buy. Well, in this video, I bought the cheapest one of them all. And if it's
Wait.
anything like the other laptops we've seen on this channel, I'm expecting unusable performance and a few special gifts for us to discover. Let's go ahead and open the box up and see what I find. This is a folded inside-out UPS box
Same.
with a post office bubble mailer inside,
What?
and they shipped it with USPS
It's
Ground Advantage, by
tired
the way.
face.
Double crime. Ah, God. It's so hard to get out of there, but this thing is real small. And yeah, immediately I can see scratches and smudges and stuff, so it's certainly... I can see scratches and smudges and stuff, so it's certainly... I can see scratches and smudges and stuff, so it's certainly... I can see scratches...
Yo, yes.
Maybe hotline, please hold me close to you.
Chicken D, chicken D, chicken D, chicken D, chicken D, chicken D, chicken D.
Battle using Shah.
Wait. My flag is the best. Where's Greece? Kosovo is not a country. Kosovo is not a country. Kosovo is Serbia.
This shit's vibing.
Just imagine, you have to pick to either use a laptop or a desktop for the rest of your life. Which one would you pick? Talk about hard decisions.
Laptop.
Now, back in the day, I really hated laptop PCs, as in 2010 or so, laptops were really underpowered compared to desktops. Integrated graphics, mobile CPUs, and especially cooling designs and efficiency were not as advanced as they are now. So desktops ruled the world back then, but today, things are a little different. If I had to get... But today,
These are 3 world records that will never be broken.
Wait. Where is Sega Compact?
Do you remember Roblox's car ride games? If so, they have gotten really weird. Now you got your normal ones like Car Ride Around Nothing, where you just ride a car around nothing because why not? And then we have car rides where you go inside of something, like Car Ride in Spider-Man, which is really basic, but the game isn't lying. You can ride your car in Spider-Man, and then people just started throwing anything into car ride games, like Car Ride into Young Sheldon, Car Ride into Albert or Flamingo, Car Ride into that pink creature from Poppy Playtime. And you think that's the end of it. What more weird Roblox games can people come up with? Well, why not say Car Ride into that thing? Car Ride into a giant person. And the worst one, Car Ride into your mom. Do you remember Roblox's car ride games? If so, they have gotten really...
Yes.
Το είπα και το έκανα. Έβαλα αντλίες θερμότητας από την πρωτεεργία. Τώρα δηλαδή. Έρχεται ο εξειδικευμένος τεχνικός καλή ώρα.
If you were a 90s kid or an early 2000s kid, or if you've ever been a kid sometime after 1994, you've probably heard of Leapfrog. Since being founded in 1994, Leapfrog has produced tons of educational kids' toys, which, sure, lots of companies make toys. But what sets this one apart from the rest is how innovative it was early on, and how iconic some of its products were because of this. The first product launched by Leapfrog was the Phonics Desk in 1995, which wasn't the most iconic of toys, but it was a start. After Michael Wood, Leapfrog's founder, had trouble teaching his son to read, he created the Phonics Desk to be not just a fun toy, but a learning tool rooted in children's reading development. It was a board full of letters that made phonetic sounds as they were pressed as individual buttons, or moved around and connected to spell a word on special cards. Combining tactile pieces with audio clips as kids played made for a reading lesson that wasn't just educational but fun and interactive, a direction that Leapfrog continued to move forward with as it expanded. Over the next few years, Leapfrog introduced a few other toys that followed a similar design to the Phonics Desk, utilizing an interactive alphabet on other fun keyboard designs, like a bus, caterpillar, or a horribly unphotogenic stuffed frog, which also came in an equally terrifying baby version. No matter what they looked like, these toys continued to focus on teaching the sounds of each letter to encourage discovering sounds and new words altogether. But while these toys were great for learning to spell and sounding out words, they were still limited in how far the lessons could go, because even in different shapes, they were at their core just a keyboard with sounds. One of the best ways to encourage spelling and phonics is through not just individual letters and words, but through a bunch of words put together, like in a story. And in 1999, the culmination of Leapfrog's progress was launched: the LeapPad Learning System. The LeapPad expanded on the original Leapfrog product ideas of phonics and building words, but now with a ton of upgrades, including stories. Instead of being just another fun-shaped keyboard, the LeapPad functioned more like a book, or I guess kind of like a book explorer? Let me just show you an example. Each Leapfrog-branded activity book came with a cartridge that, after being slotted into the LeapPad binder, turned a regular book into an interactive experience. When you pressed go, it would play this sound, and some fun background music, and the lines of the story on each page would be read aloud through the speaker, bringing the story to life.
Here we are at the store. Mom says we'll buy socks and more.
And you could also touch each word with the stylus to read or spell them individually.
To bleep. Dave. Pat. Tap. Rap.
As you can imagine, having a complete story was already a huge step up from toys like the Phonics Desk that were limited to single words. But like the name implies, the LeapPad Learning System wasn't just a story reader,